Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the English News Bulletin from Alexandria Channel. President Mohamed Morsi received this morning a delegation of Nubians at the presidential palace in Heliopolis. The meeting discussed demands of the Nuba residents, including the developments and reconstructions of Nubian villages located on the banks of Nasser Lake. Prime Minister Dr. Hisham Qandil leads a high-level delegation on an official visit to Iraq today. The delegation accompanying Qandil includes members of the Economic Ministerial Group and leading businessmen. The Premier began his Baghdad visit by meeting with his Iraqi counterpart for talks on economic ties and Egypt's contribution to Iraq's national reconstruction projects. The talks between the two sides focused on bolstering relations and broadening the scale of economic trade and investment cooperation. Defense Minister Abdel Fattah al-Sisi attended this afternoon the honoring ceremony of the retired armed forces commanders. On the occasion, al-Sisi said that the Egyptian armed forces are the shield and sword of the homeland. He added that Egypt will emerge from the current hard time stronger. Egypt will never pour into anybody, he asserted. Meanwhile, Sisi praised efforts exerted by the men of the Central Military Command over the past period and urged them to keep up their skills for the sake of Egypt. The armed forces are keen on upgrading the skills of fighters, also offering them moral and administrative support, Sisi said. The army has always lived up to expectations of the Egyptian people, upgrading the homeland, the minister affirmed. The Minister of Defense hailed the role played by the retired commanders of the armed forces who sacrificed their lives while maintaining the security of the nation. Thousands took part in the funeral of two men in Port Said this afternoon who were killed during clashes between protesters and the Egyptian police in the Suez Canal city the day before. Clashes broke out Sunday as police fired intense rounds of tear gas throughout the day at demonstrators who opposed an Interior Ministry decision to transfer 39 prisoners from Port Said to Wadi Natrun prison in Bahira. In a tense day of clashes between protesters and police that lasted until this morning in Port Said city, the Health Ministry announced that 5 deaths have been reported. During the day, over 586 people were injured in the clashes between police and protesters near the Security Directorate. The ultras blockaded the Alexandria branch of the Central Bank of Egypt this morning, demanding harsh sentences in Port Said case. Dozens of hardcore Ahli football fans, known as the Ultras Ahlawi, surrounded the Central Bank of Egypt in Alexandria for half an hour. Then he left the bank and allowed the bank's employees to enter the bank. The mayors and the sheikhs headed by Mayor Ahmed Taram, chairman of the Mayors and Sheikhs Council in Matruh Governorate, held a meeting this morning to solve the Egyptian-Libyan crisis. During the meeting, the mayors and sheikhs succeeded to solve the problem, and the Egyptian will be allowed to enter Libya. The second conference of the Arab Publishers Association will be held at Bibliothèque Alexandria on the 23rd and 24th of March 2010. 2013 with the participation of 11 Arab countries. The conference will be organized under the banner The Empowerment of Knowledge and the Challenges of Publishing. The conference is going to discuss the future of digital publishing, development of the industry, book fairs in the Arab world, publishing freedom and intellectual property rights, as well as translation. And now a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. Moderate weather is expected to prevail by day, turning cool at night. Wind direction is northwest at speed ranging from 15 to 30 kilometers per hour. Visibility extends from 6 to 10 kilometers. The sea is moderate, high, and wave height ranges from 1 to 2 meters. For travelers on the Delta and desert roads, there is also a possibility for the formation of morning mist. Expected temperature in some cities for tomorrow: Alexandria high of 20, low 11, Bahira 19, 10, Matruh high of 18 and low 12. That's all for tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for following. This is Wafاء, البنا saying goodbye.